Jukebox, the music show with a difference. I'm Kieran Brown.
And I'm Anya Swinney.
If you're tired of the usual talent shows, you're going to be very interested in the Jukebox. We're going to take you behind the scenes of band life and under the skin of some of its characters.
We're going to meet people who love and breathe music. And as you'll discover from this show, music is not an easy life, but it certainly is an interesting one. We're going to meet musicians who love and tour around Ireland.
Our story will traverse many different genres of music, from folk to rock, from country to pop. We have some great male artists on the show.
And we also have some great female artists on the show.
So without further ado, let's get to it.
This is not a talent show.
This is the Jukebox. Hi folks, welcome to Jukebox. With us now we have the heads of state. That's how he's doing. Introduce yourselves please and tell us a bit about you.
Yeah, my name is Tommy Calvin. I'm the singer of the band and the guitar player. And
hi, my name is Gary Doherty and I'm the bass player.
I'm Morley. I play guitar and mandolin.
Very good. And where are you from, lads?
We're all from, the three of us are from Fun Valley area. We're Castle Fun, sort of Stone area, but there's a few more of us that are not here today. There's a couple of guys from Medically, drummer and a trumpet player, and a few other guys as well who partake with us. So quite a big outfit sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
So they just couldn't be bothered coming up today. What's wrong with the sick? They ring in sick.
Lazy.
Boys, what's wrong? Like, come on, that's not good enough. So, tell me, how did you come up with the name, Heads of State?
It's probably the most awkward question you could ask.
I thought I would start off with that, you know, just to be awkward.
I don't know actually. It's been with us for a few years, I would say. We really started out not really gigging, we were just playing ourselves in the bedrooms and stuff. So
you don't know how it came about?
No, I have no idea how that came about.
Really? Any East boys know now? Haven't a clue?
No. No, basically, when you're trying to think of a name for a band, you can spend an awful lot of time trying to think of a smart name or a clever name that people will remember. And I think
we failed.
We completely failed that one, but it was originally just three of us, and I think the idea just came from three heads, and we all put our head together.
So we're on a state? Is that
the state of our heads.
Three heads, and you're all on the wildest state from the night before. So you hear it first, that's the side they got.
Exclusive here.
Look at the state of our heads.
And tell us, have you been playing along together? Alright?
Well, the boys, as I said, there were three pieces originally. It was Tommy, Gary, and Marty Kinney. And then, what was last year, was it? Yeah, last year I came on and started playing as well. And John Ruddy as well came on and started playing trumpet. So, that's where I'm kicking it out, you know.
And Tommy, I'll ask you this. Who would be your main musical influence for like bringing to your music and just throughout your life?
Well, I suppose, personally, I would maybe different interest in the voice as well, but onto their own stuff. What we would have probably collectively would be more singer-songwriters. I think we're all into that same kind of singer-songwriter stuff, but for me, I would be a huge Tom Waits fan. That would be a lot of, maybe the music doesn't reflect that, but that's what I would listen to a lot of stuff. But all classic kind of singer-songwriters, like from, you know, Springsteen, Tom Waits, that kind of thing, I'd be into that. But the guys are also into different things.
What about you, Gary?
Well, I'm actually a huge Oasis fan. But
you've had a couple of them that we've interviewed.
Really?
Oasis have been brought up a lot.
Yeah, well, they were a huge band when I was sort of kicking about in the mid-90s, learning guitar and stuff. And that's why I first picked up a guitar. But I think recently the band was sort of taking influence from people like Fleet Foxes and Mumford and Sons, and bands like that who are coming out with sort of music that's maybe a wee bit different from.
Definitely, and Mumford and Sons are very original and unique and stuff. What about you, Harry?
Influence mine was kind of songwriters. You know, it's sort of a way to be songwriting and sort of singer-songwriters, like the Ben Hurd and that sort of thing. Also, Fleet Foxes, Bon Iver and that sort of thing. So.
Brilliant.
And what have you been up to recently? Tell us.
Well, recently, I suppose, we're at the minute just recording some new material. Like we brought out a little sort of EP lit 2010, just well, obviously the turn of the year, probably about December time. So we've done a few bits of promotion for that, but it was just really a starter for us. As I said, since then we've actually had a few more boys join the band, so it's become a bit more of a band thing now rather than just the three of us.
Was that your own choice for people to join, or did they just say?
Not really. I suppose the three of us, went to record some songs that we had, and I suppose during the recording process we realised that maybe we hadn't got enough musically to do what we wanted to do. So Ari actually produced the original album or EP for us, so we asked him at that point to play on it, you know, and he came out giggling with it. So we started natural progression from there. So as we sort of went along over the last year, like we've been doing a lot of stuff as a 5-piece, but as I say, there's actually a few more guys that come on. There's a sax player, and Marty, who was our original drummer, is back and playing keyboards with us now and singing as well. So there can be quite a few of us.
And do you produce your own music?
No,
other people's?
Other bands mostly. That's how we and the boys came down like Comic Cities, and it was just great. All came together. Yeah, so.
How long have you been doing that, Ari?
I suppose probably a year or so now, just over a year.
Last year when Donegal defeated Kildare in the All-Ireland quarter-final, a local music critic and promoter, Marty McCool, said that actually there was 2 victories that day, one for sport and one for music. Can you explain that a bit more?
Yeah, well, last year the BBC Championship programme, which covered GAA, mainly the Ulster Championship, at the end of each programme they tried to use a track from an original Ulster band to close the show. And Marty, who was our drummer at the time, sent a demo of Hands Dirty that we had into the BBC, and we were lucky enough that the BBC decided to use it to close the show after Donegal beat Kildare. And luckily
as well, actually.
Hands Dirty, yeah. And luckily for us, it was probably the game of the summer last year with the dramatic finish with Cassidy's and stuff. So I think there was a wee bit of a double celebration in Castlefun. I know the lads were watching the game in the bar, and after the point went over, and then when we came on, then at the end it was
perfect.
And that song just took off. Was that one of your first big tunes?
That was probably the original big tune for us.
That's why I know you would be from that song.
Yeah, we were lucky enough that local radio sort of picked Hands Dirty up probably 2 years ago, and since that the song really took off. But to be honest, we're probably getting a wee bit sick of it because we've been playing it so long. But
we still love it. I love it. I was singing it all day.
Well, that's good. Like,
what does it mean? Like, is it the grittiness of the music industry, or?
That one, Tommy, or actually?
I don't know. I suppose it's very hard to sort of say. I don't really want to dictate to anybody what it actually means, really, or what to take from it. But I suppose Hands Dirty is effectively a pop song. I don't think it's got a lot to say, really. Actually, no. To be honest with you, I suppose
you pick a couple of different things off it, though.
You can, yeah.
Everybody has their own feel of what the song means.
I think really what a lot of people get from it maybe is just that. I think at the time it came out, it mightn't necessarily be about that time, but I kind of was a little bit about, it had been a start of maybe the downturn of the economy and things like that, where people it's just get your hands dirty and move on. And a lot of it's got to do with kind of, I suppose, listen, they're not very profound lyrics or anything like that, but I suppose what it says is maybe just everybody needs a wee bit of help sometimes, and the way you're going to get out of it is by just.
I suppose the best songs are often the most simplest.
Yeah.
Well, it's a pop song, I suppose, to that extent. We can't really claim to be any more than that, I suppose. Well, I can't.
So would you class yourselves as pop artists, or?
I don't think so.
Would you put yourself in a box as such?
Not really, no. Especially like in kind of listening to a lot of stuff we do, there's a lot of different influences there, but what we tend to do is have good melodies and good sort of sing-along kind of songs.
Very catchy.
Well, that's, I suppose in that essence there's a pop element to it, but I think we don't take ourselves too seriously. I think that's the important thing, really. We just want to write music that people enjoy, I think, and if we have anything that's added bonus to that, then all good,
And do you write most of the songs, or is everybody kind of pitching them?
Well, I would traditionally write most of the songs, and we'd all get together and arrange them and stuff after that as a band. Then Gary contributes to the writing of the songs as well, as does Marty, who's the original drummer, still continues to be sort of provide some lyrics and music at times as well. Like, you know, so as recently things have been going on a wee bit more, I suppose, with the guys like, you know, coming in, we're trying to sort of get more people involved in that process now. Like, it's all collective effort.
And boys, as artists, how would you define success? Like, as a group, how would you define success?
I think success for us is basically, I think it's the same for every band. What you're trying to do is get your music to as wide of an audience as possible. I don't think any of us are trying to be U2, or, you know, we're not trying to be, I think we'd all agree we're not doing anything spectacularly different from any other band, and we're not claiming to be anything like that. We're just writing, I think, some of the songs that we've got a new EP coming out in the summer, and I think, you know, we're really pleased with the songs that Tommy's come out with this time, and I think just to get the songs to as many people as possible, we'd be happy enough with that.
So that EP, it's all original music?
It is, yeah.
And boys, have you tell us a wee bit about albums? Have you got one out? Is there one coming out? Are you not going to bother doing an album at all? Or what is the crack?
The thing with albums, it's all obviously self-funded. So the days of being signed up by a record company and then maybe funding an album are gone. So when it's all self-funded,
Do you think that?
Well,
it's harder.
With illegal downloading and stuff, people aren't really paying for music anymore. So it's because it's all self-funded. I think we think maybe it's a wee bit of a novel idea that if we come out with EPs that have maybe 3 or 4 potential singles on them, that might be a better way to go for us than releasing a 10, 12 track album. But if we release maybe, you know, 2 or 3 EPs with 3 or 4 good tracks on each, then that might be a better way to go to keep us in the public eye.
Yeah.
So, alright, do you think the days of going into a shop, buying CD, well, vinyl, I'd say, is almost obsolete already. Do you think them days are gone? Is it all going to be downloaded? It's all going to be via the internet?
It seems to be happening that way. There's a lot of talk of that sort of thing where hard copies aren't as popular as they used to be. You know, sort of, and downloads are what's coming on. You know, sort of, and you see actually a lot of artists actually giving their albums away for free. You know, that's really just to actually get their music out there.
And have you got a page up on YouTube, Facebook?
Yeah, no, Twitter's all there.
Twitter.
Facebook, it's all there. YouTube's and lyrics, our websites, www.headthestate.tv. So you can check it out.
And you have plenty of videos on YouTube as well? Is it like, sorry, Tommy, is it homemade, like not homemade videos, but like, have you done proper like videos for the tunes? Probably that one, Hands Dirty, is probably the...
Yeah, well, we've got a promo video for that. It's just basically footage of the launch of our album and stuff.
Did that do well?
Yes, I did indeed, yeah. Well, it's difficult to know. Like, we're intending now, actually at the moment, we're going to do a video for a few of the songs that we have coming out. As Gary was just probably talking about earlier, you know, about albums not selling and things like this, and there's so many different ways to get a song now and not have to pay for it, you know. YouTube, good and all the medium is, like, it costs a lot of money to make a video as a small band as well. I think you have to be novel about the ideas you come up with if you want to create a video.
Direct videos yourselves?
No, like, we've friends who help us with that as well, you know, but I think it's just, you know, what we have video-wise, we're going to sort of have a lot more in the next couple of months, you know what I mean? We didn't really invest too much time in maybe promoting the previous EP because things have evolved so much with you guys on the band over the last year. Now really we're starting to get a push on that, you know.
And he's all full-time musicians, or have you got other things going on?
No, we have other things going on as well, you know. So
he's aren't full-on...
No, much
he's
as we
probably
like
thinking full-on music, but he's had to live another way as well, I suppose.
We're supposed to be double jobs in that sense. Like, it takes a lot of commitment to do what we do, like, but, you know, we have jobs as well, so it's not easy, like, you know, but no, we're trying. That's all we do.
And can I ask you, can you remember the first song you ever heard? And I'm not talking about Hush By Baby. I can remember Phil Collins, you can't hurry love.
Right? No, I don't know.
Nothing springs to mind.
Do you know?
I do, but I can't remember the name of it.
Here, give us a
Tommy
glass.
probably
You can sing it too.
Sing it to us then.
Ba-da-da-dum, 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 da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
This one is
He should be singing that song.
Alright. All I needed was to love you.
So that was the first
All
song.
I ever had. Only you. There you go.
Listen, boys.
No, it's
Is
like
there
that
room
one.
for another singer in your band?
I'm more a rapper.
So, can you tell us what was the biggest kind of venues and places that you have played at so far?
Well, we've been lucky recently. We've sort of formed a wee collective with a couple of other Donegal bands. Mark Black and the Trips, and there's thousands. So Mark's just released his album. I don't know which album it is. Ghost in the Fire, and he done a wee bit of a nationwide tour. So we were lucky that we're supporting Mark, and we've done Whelan's. We're actually doing Whelan's in a couple of weeks' time, and Russian Dove in Galway, and Belfast.
Is that festivals, is it, or just venues?
No, we're just doing the venues.
Have you any festivals coming up?
Basically what we've decided to do is this year, the three bands that we're talking about there have all got original music to promote, and being from Donegal, there's not a lot of venues about here that kind of, well, we're trying to maybe set a bit of a standard that to try and run our own nights as well locally to try and get people more interested. Recently there has been a bit more activity and it's been good, but we got together a few months ago saying everyone was going to do this kind of stuff and they wanted to play it, and as musicians and bands tend to sort of work alone a lot of the time, we decided to kind of maybe put all our resources and go away in the three bands and let's just do it, share the cost and share the crack, I suppose, as well.
Yeah.
So we sort of went ourselves and booked all these venues to do this as the three bands, and we sort of help each other out, like, and share our experiences and all that kind of crack, as well. But what really, I suppose, what we're trying to do with this is as much as it is promotion for us, we're trying to really set some kind of original scene going around Donegal. There's obviously a market for it. People want to come and see it because every time we do it, there's plenty of people turns up.
Bring the crowd.
Aye. So
where would you say would be the best crowd? About for you,
for us,
Castle fan. No.
Surprisingly not.
We do a lot of work about Letterkenny and stuff, and there's always been very good dates. People in Letterkenny and seem to hear, obviously turn out a lot to see us, like, so.
So you have the support there.
We do have a good support, definitely. Maybe just a lot of friends, but I don't know. But no, yeah, it's all good. Like, just last weekend there's been a gig in Letterkenny run by a guy called Alan McGoffin. It's Goofscaff.
Yeah, I've heard of that before.
Goofscaff is really good, and like, the standard of original music in Donegal at the moment is exceptional. Like, there's so many.
It seems to be, with the internet and that, it seems to be picking up more and more people are picking it up. That gives gas things ticking off, and there's so many original artists putting stuff on there. I
just think there's a good standard. It takes two things really. It takes a good standard of original music to make it happen, and it also takes good people who have commitment. They're not necessarily involved in the music or playing in a band, but have commitment to actually run events. And guys like Alan are doing that, and that's just making it happen. And there's obviously a need, a lot of the venues that you would consider would be places where traditionally would have been a lot of cover bands and stuff, and are maybe now seeing that actually there is an interest from people that if we do run original nights of music, that people will turn out, they want it, and that seems to be a bit of a sea change. So hopefully that'll lead to something a wee bit more of a scene around Donegal, which is long overdue in fairness.
Yeah.
Well, that's unfortunately we've run out of time this evening. 1, 2, 3.
Something about a rainy day. us out in the dark tonight. Leaving the ghosts just running around out of sight. I wanna see you so happy in those sad, sad eyes. Say what you're giving, pass on what you found. So happy in those sad, sad eyes. I got the thing that's gonna bring you around. Happy in those sad, sad eyes. Say what you give, pass on what you found. I wanna see some happy in those sad, sad eyes. I got the thing that's gonna bring you around.
Lifeboat, I was a broken sail. You pulled me into harbor, blown to pieces by a gale. I was feeling bad for me, and you were all empathy. I knew you could fix me, and that's what you said to me. Why don't you let me get my hands dirty, baby? Let me get my hands dirty.